I've changed that agenda. Yes, I did tell you, but you probably forgot we've changed it to the end.
Right.
He was probably nervous there. The next one is, oops, I've got all the agenda muddled up, folks. The next person is meant to be Jane White. So you see, I did have a sickness bug on Thursday. I did tell you that I was ill on Thursday, so Jane did this agenda and made all these mistakes. She did, I had to email that. I'm so sorry. It doesn't matter, we've got two amazing bronze premiers. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think in Viva McMK, there was 15 or 16 bronze premiers. Michael's brilliant because I asked him and he couldn't remember. And I was being violently ill at the time of your actual live, believe it or not. The doctor was getting ready to give me a re-injection and my mate was on the phone going, are you not watching Michael live? He's talking about your millionaires and what have you. So I didn't hear it, but as far as I remember, there's 15 or 16 bronze premiers in Viva MK, and we've got two of them in the room today. And so the first speaker is Kate. Now, normally when we introduce a speaker, we talk about her background and the success in her previous industry. So this is a brand new business, but I have known this lady for 19 years. We don't often call each other ladies, it's only when we're at the Millionaires. Thank you for your email. She's going to kill me when she gets up here, but she gets her own back. Kate Forbes is an absolutely amazing leader in the business. If you're part of her team, or even if you're not part of her team, you will have experienced help and support from Kate. She's done it in her previous industry, helping on the groups, the Facebook groups for the business. She just will absolutely do anything for anybody and her team. And it shows because the results are there. I'm getting goosebumps. I'll probably be like this with both of them. I'm very, very proud of my bronze premiers, and I'm going to introduce this wonderful lady to you, Kate Forbes.
Ron and I had a messenger conversation early this morning about 6 o'clock in the morning that went something like, you know, I love you, Lynn, right? Yep. Well, cheers, thanks very much for putting me on this afternoon straight after Michael, which it says in your agenda. Yeah, I know. So you were due a slap for that, but you're also due a slap for not telling me that I'm on my house. Anyway. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, we're nothing if not as applicable. It comes next. I know. Anyway, thanks so much, Louise. That was absolutely amazing training. It's fabulous. Every day is a school day in this business, no matter who you're listening to, no matter who you're talking to in the break, and make sure you talk to everybody in the break, especially that gentleman at the back. It's a huge, huge honour to have him here. And he's, yeah, I met Matthew. Anyway, right, I'm here today to talk to you just a little bit about our story and where we've come in the business and why we think, you know, such a massive honour. Stand up, Tom, please. This is my other better half. Stand up, please. Tom and I have been married 28 happy years. And the other 10. And then 19 of them were spent in our previous business. Okay, and I'm here today to talk to you about how teamwork can make the dream work. Okay, so here we are, 6 months ago. You remember this, Michael? Only 6 months ago. Absolutely amazing. Can't believe that it was 6 months ago. Tom and I had a very, very busy year last year in our previous business, and we managed to earn ourselves a fabulous, and it really, really was amazing trip to Las Vegas with 75 other distributors and Michael and a fabulous, fabulous team from Clean Easy that made everything possible for us and made such a huge, enormously emotional and fabulous trip. We came home on a Monday night, had a lovely conversation with Michael on the Sunday night at the gala dinner, which he doesn't remember. We came home on the Monday night. On the Wednesday, Lynn said, would you speak a bit about the trip on the Wednesday webinar, which I was happy to do, talking about the fabulous trip and all the other photographs we had. And on the Thursday morning, things just went slightly pear-shaped and we no longer had a business. So we had no business. Tom and I were full-time in Clean Easy. We had no livelihood all of a sudden. We had no team. Or did we? Did we have no team? Let's see. Okay. So for quite some time, we had been using all the tools that we had in the box with how to build our team, embracing all the technology and all the positivity and all the personal development and everything like that. We had, at Lynn's insistence, we had given our team a name because we were always just Tom and Kate's team, but we became Team Velocity. And we had been growing and bonding for quite a long time with a fabulous team. Some of the team are here today. We were doing weekly review calls, we were doing private messenger chats, using the tools that we had, three-way chats. You know, when somebody brought a new person into the team, we'd set up a three-way messenger chat, sometimes a Zoom call, private Zoom call. Leadership chats for people in the business that were moving on and sponsoring, team chats for the whole team, where everybody could come in and put their input in and everything. We had our own, and still have our own, team support group on Facebook. And that did such an enormous amount of good, really, in terms of public relations to build up the team that we had. And we had, on a Monday night, we have a Team Velocity Zoom call, which is not really training, it's just a little catch up. And on a Wednesday night, we have the Rhino Group webinar with Lynn McDonald and Jane's team and everybody else in the team and the Rhino team as well. Okay, so when this happened to us, we did see a lot of people going away to join other networks, and we obviously were quite in demand, really, with people looking to pitch us for other networks. But for Tom and I personally, it just wasn't really an option. But in the meantime, what we did have was a team with no business, and a lot of us who had been doing online, we all had selling groups. We had an established online customer base, we had catalogue customers as well, and a very willing team who were ready and willing to do whatever it took, but we just didn't know where to start. So really out of desperation, I decided to do some research, and I had seen a few other people that weren't involved in other networks but were doing really, really well, working online and doing what they could online to sell some products online, make themselves some money. So I did some research on quite a few wholesale sites. I looked for what their product range was, whether I thought I could sell it in my group. I tested them for quality. I ordered up a few things, found out what their minimum delivery was, their price, could I make some money on it, was I happy to present it to my customers, the speed of delivery, the profit margin, and having tested it all myself and found out what worked and what didn't. I had a Zoom meeting one day for one of our for some of our online leaders in Team Velocity, and I taught them what I'd been doing as well. And some of them ran with it and absolutely crunched it and did far better than I ever could have done. They totally embraced it, developed, you know, more sources, etc., etc. Not one of them joined another network. That's a really interesting thing, because we had this team synergy and we knew what was working and what wasn't working. And suddenly they had a way of posting on their online groups again, because for 2 or 3 weeks before that, all they could really do was say good morning, good night, you know, I'm out with the dog today, you know, what are you doing, you know, little interactive posts, things like that, keeping the groups going and keeping their Facebook footprint up. But really, you know, weren't making any money from it until we taught them how to do what I was doing, and they can now start selling independently anything they wanted, and none of them found the need to go to another network, which I'm eternally blessed for. Absolutely fantastic that they didn't have to do that. It's great. Great to see them making some money, great to see the friendships going. Okay. So for the cataloguers, what we had at the time was a little essentials catalogue that came out just before the demise of Clean Easy, which was consumable products from the supplying company called McLeod's. Okay, they're important, as it turns out. So for cataloguers, really all we could do was encourage them to keep retailing. The personalised company as well made their services open to us all, and we were able to make quite a good profit with both of those. So for the cataloguers that didn't do online or did online as well as catalogues, they could still generate some orders, make themselves some money, keep their customers ticking over and stuff. So personalised company and this wee supplier called McLeod's said it was okay to sell their goods, and this helped the catalogue retailers as well as the online retailers to make some money. Okay. So in addition to that, Lynn McDonald, Michael Catka were away doing what they were doing, which, you know, we weren't really too knowledgeable at the time about what exactly they were doing. But in the meantime, we had this Wednesday webinar, and there was so many questions that everybody wanted to ask. And Jane White and I, we kept the Wednesday webinars up for 2 months, every single week. Not really training, just keeping everybody ticking over, a catch up, a wee laugh. We really all needed a laugh, a wee smile, a wee giggle, and a wee bit of team support. Because actually, can I just, on behalf of Jane as well, can I just say thanks so much to both our teams who kept us going as much as we tried to keep you guys going. Our teams are our friends. We're a social network as well. We really are. Massive support, and mutual support really between ourselves and our teams. And Jane and I work quite well together. And Lynn at the time couldn't always be on the webinar because she had to go away working in the background. So anyway, why did we do that? We did it because we were keeping the team going. We knew that Lynn and others were trying tirelessly to save the company. We knew Michael was up to something. We just didn't know what Michael was up to at the time, which is the story of Michael's life, So, but really what we had was belief, faith, a positive attitude, years and years and years of personal development, really. But we did have a lot of prayers. I'll be quite honest with you. Lynn and Jane and Tom know about me and my tree, don't you? And there's a tree in Fife that I go and visit regularly, and my tree has all my secrets. My tree's 300 years old, and I remember vividly standing looking at my tree one day. It's 300 years old, massive big oak tree in the grounds of St Andrews University, and I remember standing there thinking, you've got all the answers, you just got on with it. I've come and visited you, you've had tree surgery, you've gone on, you've had this, you've had that, you've lost all your leaves, and you just got on with it. And in 300 years time, when I'm not here, you'll still be getting on with it, right? So I'm ready to take some lessons from you. And really, that's really all we had. Jane discovered my tree quite recently, and I'm so glad you have. But we just knew, Anyway, in June 2018, 8 weeks later, Lynn and Tracy Hanson, stand up, please. We had been speaking to this wee company called Millionaires, and they were going to go to print with a temporary essentials catalogue while Michael was getting on with what Michael was doing. And from McLeod's and some other suppliers, they were looking at how they could supply a catalogue that could keep some sort of business going at absolutely no personal gain to themselves, I have to say. And then all of a sudden, McLeod said, actually, hang fire on this because there's something else happening. And the next thing we knew was that Michael had gone into business with McLeod's to form Viva MK, which he announced on the 8th of June, which actually was, about 8 or 9 weeks since that gala dinner on the flight home from Las Vegas. And 3 weeks later, it was launched. And I was, my God, how good is that? Can you imagine that week's Wednesday webinar? We were absolutely buzzing that we had a new business now. And throughout, I have to take my hat off to Michael and Lynn and Tracy for everything you did, honestly. Without the three of you, there'd be absolutely no Viva MK at all, quite sure of that. Thank you. Anyway, launch day, 25th of June. Because of all of the above, because of all of our endeavours to keep our team going for that length of time, on launch day, Michael said everybody that joined the business within the first 24 hours could go on to qualify for private bonuses. So I'm very proud to say that in Team Velocity, we had 18 front level people join us that day. We didn't lose one front level team member. From all the people who had latterly been in our Queen Easy business, every single one of them rejoined us. Most of them joined that day, and some of them have now gone on, of course, to bring in people from their previous teams as well, which is absolutely amazing. We could not have done that without everything we did to try and keep the teams together. And at the time, we were actually thinking, is there a point to this? Will this actually result in anything? But my God, it has, really. So, all the Viva MK pioneers, there's quite a few in this room today, so proud of all of you, thanks so much. I know Jane echoes that as well within her own team. And not one of our front level joined another business. That is, to me, that is miraculous, actually, that we had all of that going on. People asking us every week, is there a Zoom call? Yeah, there's a Zoom call. We're not going to be able to train you and everything. That's okay, no, we just want a Zoom call. Because they knew Lynn and Michael wouldn't let them down. And Tracy, we all of us knew, and they could And also, of course, the teams knew that they could depend on us for help and support no matter what. So anyway, what are we not? We're not hunters, okay? Like a hunter goes about a bow and arrow or a gun, and they shoot things, they move on and shoot something else. We're not looking for people to sponsor and then abandon them to their own devices. Instead of being a hunter, we're actually a farmer, okay? And what we do is we have a training system, we prepare the soil for our new crops to be planted and grow. We sow the seed, sponsoring a new team member. We feed and water the new plants with support and training. We spread the sunshine with webinars, meetings, recognition, and events like this. Just quick hellos, you know, liking each other's posts, just anything we can do to forward everybody on. And then we reap the harvest, because if we help enough people to get what they want in the business, we'll get what we want as well. And everybody's seen this together, everyone achieves more. Okay. Now, I haven't got a slide for this, really, but FOCUS stands for Follow One Course Until Successful. According to Jackie McCormick, who's not here today, but according to Jackie McCormick, it also means fling out catalogues until shattered. And then I thought, no, we need one for sponsor as well. I'll try and think of what was my sponsor. I can't remember what my sponsor was. Fun online chats ultimately sponsor, that's it. Yep, okay, so focus, okay. Right, so together everyone achieves more. So a sponsor takes responsibility for teaching the system. A new team member should take responsibility for learning the system. Okay? So always ask people to begin with when you're speaking to them about business, why they joined, how much is it they want to earn. It's really important. Not everybody wants to tell you this, but what account did they start with? The reason this is important is because if they have a standard account, for every £1,000 of sales they move from the catalogue products, they'll make a month. If they have a platinum account where they're self-funding, they'll make £350 a month for the same level of effort. Okay. So also the company have a recognition as well for people who do 100 CV, which is roughly £300. They'll become a Viva MK star and they get their first company recognition as well, and they're going to earn roughly £100. Really, really important to find out what people want to earn from the business and what they're prepared to do to get it. Okay. So, I started doing this in my team during the Clean Easy days, where I would have a weekly or a monthly review call. Write this down, Matthew. Your weekly or monthly review call should take 30 minutes. Okay.
Probably don't do like 3 hours.
No, really don't. A weekly or monthly review call will, how often you do it is depending on their level of commitment and the time you've both got available. If you've got a small team, you can probably do it every week. If you have a larger growing team, you'll find that not everybody needs the same attention from you. So some people you would do it monthly, some people you would do it weekly. Okay? If you set a time limit of 30 minutes maximum and have a definite agenda. Hi, this is Kate. The purpose of today's call is to find out, you know, how you got on last month and what we're going to do this month. Have a definite agenda. It does save a lot of time. Now, I'm guilty of this as well. I did 14 calls last Saturday, and I think each of them took 2.5 hours. One of them was Matthew.
Not that, by the way.
No, that wasn't you. This is true. But it was a while since we've done it. Once you get into the habit of doing it, it is going to be quicker because you've got the tracks to run on, you know what you're going to be talking about. So start with the review. If the person was in the business last month, what happened last month or last week, depending how often you're doing the call. What went right, you know, according to what you wanted to do, what went right, what went wrong, what is your goal for this month? Break it in, break it down. If it's a monthly goal, break it down into their weekly and their daily activity. So if somebody wants to do £1,000 of sales and make themselves £250 or £350 a month, break that down into £250 worth of sales a week, which gets you free delivery. Break that down into, is this going to be 5 days or 7 days? This is what you're going to have to do every day, generating sales. Is it going to be online? Is it going to be catalogues? How many catalogues? If it's going to be sponsoring, how many people will you speak to? How many people do you want to bring on board with your business? Okay. And then you do the review again at the next call, so you know when you're going to be speaking to them again. You block out the time. You know when you're going to be speaking to them. It's just rinse and repeat, really. That's all you do. Use a weekly planner and write everything down when you're speaking to people. So you know that, you know, I know I spoke to Mary for half an hour on 12th of September. This is what we discussed. This is our goal for this month. And then when we talk about it again, you know, how you get on with your goal. I remember that what you wanted was to go and, you know, buy a new car or get tyres for your car or whatever. You know, how did you get on with that? Okay. So if you don't have a goal, there's no possible way you're going to hit a goal, because you've heard from Janet what a massive goal she has. I've got absolutely every confidence she'll achieve that, because she's got a plan for a goal. Okay, so make sure all your new team members are added to your team support group and your sponsors group. So obviously, Tom and I, our team's called Team Velocity. I know that Louise and the other people in our team who have sponsored people into their team, they have their own sponsors group as well. And we're all part of the bigger Rhino group, and we're all part of the official Viva MK support group as well, which Michael and Liz Harper run. Okay? Make sure you invite every team member to every event, online or offline. Now, the importance of this is that people will come along to their first event like this, and they know that they know you already, because they've seen you on a Zoom call, they've spoken to you on the phone, they know who you are. There's a couple of people in the room today in our team that we haven't met before, but they knew who we were when they came into the room, because we've spoken to them on Zoom. It makes everybody feel included, it makes everybody feel welcome, and make sure you're always available for everybody to ask questions. Because I always tell people, the first time I speak to them on Zoom or the phone or email or message, no questions asked except when you don't ask. You can't assume that everybody will know exactly what we're doing and go and do it. And that's why we're farmers, not hunters. Okay. So even if you think there's nobody reading your posts or listening to webinars, just keep going. And just keep going and just keep going. And one day it'll all click into place. You'll sponsor the first person. And because I've sponsored one, you can sponsor another one and another one. Then they'll start posting on your support group, and that's brilliant, because if it's just you, you've got your support group for all your team, but if it's just you posting, you actually do get fed up reading your own posts, and then you find people starting to interact and put their own posts on. They'll start their own Zoom calls, they'll help each other, they'll build massive businesses. And businesses in your team, if you've built it properly, you'll have friends for life, without a doubt. Okay. So this is the outcome of all this so far in October 2018. In September, Team Velocity had 10 Viva MK September stars. That's all the names up there. We didn't do it for them. There's 3 silver stars, £1,000 retailers. Tom and I are there. Frank Devine's there. Louise is over there. You'll hear from Frank later on, but all of Louise's £1,000 plus, which is about £1,300 she actually did, all of that was online. Tom and I was a good mixture, and you'll hear from Frank later on. Okay. So I'd like to finish off by saying thank you very much, first of all, to our most amazing Team Velocity, for all of your friendship, loyalty, support, belief, for keeping going when there was nothing really tangible to keep going for. Every single one of you are stars, whether you recognise the stars or not. Every single person in the team is an absolute star. We can't wait to see your every success. To Jane and Jim White, I don't know where we'd be actually without these Wednesday webinars with Jane and the text and all the rest of it, and just this, inviting us to their house and everything. 20 years of friendship. Who knew when we were sat in at a farmhouse in the south of France on another clean easy trip we would ever wish Michael Grossley underestimated how many people would qualify for. We had to take 400 people to France, didn't you, Michael? Massive support from Jim and Jane. Thanks so much. And so delighted to be sharing the bronze premier pin with you. It's fabulous. Onwards and upwards to both of you. For Lynn, we wouldn't have a business without Lynn. Thanks so much, Lynn, for everything you've done. You haven't slept for the last 6 months either, we know that. Without you and Michael, there wouldn't be any Viva MK. And so delighted for you that you're gold premier. Nobody deserves it more than you. And Michael, thanks for everything you do. We don't always understand it at the time. We don't always appreciate it at the time. We don't always send you millions of messages going, you're so wonderful, thanks so much. But really, we haven't come this far to only come this far. Thank you.
What an absolute brilliant, everybody! That's the end of the first half. What do you think of the first half? Remember, if anybody knows me, I'm quite a noisy person. You might never have noticed that, but you might in time. I like to hear it reciprocated. Has everybody enjoyed the first half? Yeah!